lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if it's your first time joining us here, you're welcome. And if you see my face for the second time or you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate. And a very happy new year. Welcome to 2026. My very first video for 2026, and I said on my Instagram that I was going to film a Q&A, get to know me, more like a reintroduction session for this year as my first video this year, and asked you guys to ask me questions. You guys had lots of questions for me, answer them. I'm also very excited to talk about my intentions for 2026, what the plan for content creation, YouTube, Ame Experience, all of the things that I do, and also our plan to succeed this year, because we're making it big this year, okay? Listen, get in. Let's get started. The first question here is, how am I? I'm going to put the questions up here. Should I? Yeah, I think I'm going to put them here on the screen. How am I? I'm very fine, thank you. I'm okay. I'm very happy. I'm very pleased. Can you do a brief reintroduction? Some of us joined your page and don't have a sense of who you are. Ouch. I know this question is from a new follower, subscriber, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm not doing a good job as to my brand identity online, and I hope to do better. But hi, my name is Pasheda Temitope. I'm a 27-year-old living in Lagos, Nigeria. I own an event production and management business. Ame Experience is an event planning company, event management company. We help you handle everything that relates to event planning, event management, vendor sourcing, coordination, logistics, everything that has to do with like event management. I do not like to introduce myself as an event planner because my company does so much more than event planning. Everything in the event management space, that's what Ame Experience does. And one of my major goals is to reintroduce that to the market this year. I don't think we've done a good job as to announcing what exactly Ame Experience is. A lot of people just know me as an event planner. And yeah, that's what I do. I also own, or rather co-own, a jewelry business, Zida Jewelry. You can see I always got my goods on, all right. And I'm also a content creator, and what else? I love food, I love to read, I love podcasts, and recently getting into traveling a lot. I love peace and quiet. Like you guys, I get very overstimulated by loud noises. I do not like loud spaces. Fun fact about me, you always catch me with my AirPods on because it helps me reduce the noise. This year, I'm trying to get the Sono boards. I saw them on TikTok. I think that's a good introduction. I love organization, productivity. I'm very organized. I like to plan. I like to journal. Oh my God, I love to journal. I'm thinking I'm going to share more journal prompts and journal related things this year. But yeah, I love to plan and to journal. So yeah, that's a brief introduction on who I am. Next one is, I really and truly admire you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It's funny, but people actually tell me that they recognize me outside. I'm like, my little community is growing, but I love it. I love having you guys here. Somebody here said she's been following me since I graduated from Landmark University, and that means the world to me because I have lived multiple lives. If you know me, I am the queen of telling you to rebrand your life, because who's going to check you? Nobody. So rebrand your life, live your life on your own terms. And for someone to have followed me from 2017, which is the year I graduated from uni, means that you've seen me go do my master's, you've seen me try to build a skincare business, you've seen me try to be a makeup artist, you've seen me try to own a makeup retail business. And mind you, all three businesses have failed. I won't say failed because I exited being a makeup artist. That business did not fail. I just was tired of doing it. I didn't want to do it anymore. But the skincare business sort of failed, and makeup retail business, I was too young. I didn't know what I was doing. I was losing money. Packed that up as well. I've also done my master's. I have an MBA. What else have I done in? Oh my God, it's been 9 years. Someone has followed me for 9 years. What else have I done? I have shared makeup content. I have shared lifestyle content. I have shared business-related content. For this person will know. Person is an OG. On my YouTube, if you go down my YouTube channel, you see that I used to talk about business and productivity, which we're bringing back this year. That's my bag. That's my jam. I love it. I have also hosted a content creation class that was very successful. Done a lot. I have lost my parents. I have grieved friends. I've cried. It's so heartwarming that someone has gone through all of these things with me. And if you've not, I'll just give you a summary of the past 9 years. Question is, do you mind sharing goal setting tips and your intentions for 2026? No, I do not mind. Thank you very much for asking me that question. Love it. I think my next video is going to be on planning and planning your year. I personally like to set big goals for the year, but break them down into 4 quarters. I read the book 12-Week Year, and it genuinely changed my life. It changed how I went about goal setting and goal planning for the year. And I genuinely think that I've been able to accomplish more since I started using this method. So I will talk about it. I think I'll make a video about planning and setting intentions for the year, like a separate video. Let me know if you guys want to see that or you like that. I'm going to do it regardless. Personally, for me, I want to travel more. I want to grow my businesses. I also want to do more hobbies. I want to learn how to bake. I want to learn how to ride a bike. I really was in my hobby bag last year. I tried swimming, tennis, pickleball, cocktail making. I was in my hobby bag. I really was in my hobby bag last year, and I plan to keep it the same this year. I really want to this year attach my hobbies and my interests to my friends, so that way it helps me build more intentional friendships, because that's also a goal of mine. I want to genuinely be happy. I was very happy last year. A lot of people said 2025 was a hard year, and I could not relate, and at some point I sort of started feeling a type of way, but I had, like, in the history of my years since 2021, last year was clock it. And I hope that this year is even better. I'm so proud of myself. I expanded my business 4 times what it used to be last year. And the goal this year is to, be grounded and build structure. Next question is hard lessons of 2026. But I'm going to assume that the person meant hard lessons of 2025. What are my hard lessons of 2025? A simple reminder that life is very fickle and time will pass regardless. And you're not promised your time on earth, because I lost a friend in 2025, and that really that got to me. I do not have a good relationship with grief. I have known grief in ways that are more intimate than I would like, and I would like to admit. So yes, that was a very hard and harsh lesson or reminder last year. Tips for content creation to get brand deals and build community. To get brand deals, my tip is 1, to show up consistently and post the kind of content that you want brands to approach you for. If you want to work with beauty brands, post more about beauty. If you want to work with, let your page be a foundation for the kind of brands that you're looking for. Position yourself properly for that. And secondly, my biggest tip, and this doesn't work for everybody, but I believe in it because that is how I sort of launched myself into the content creation industry, is to pitch to brands. Pitch to brands. There's so many creators on the market. There's so many people on the market that you are leaving so much money on the table if you're not pitching to brands. So pitch to brands. Also take gifted collaborations, but be very, very strategic about that. But really and truly, you have to give. Life is give and take, so you have to invest in things. And also, if you're just starting out, instead of spending, you have to spend your money, you have to invest in it. But instead of spending so much money, you can also try and do a bit of gifted collaboration. But like I said, be very strategic, very careful, because free products don't pay the bills. Okay? They're great, but they don't pay the bills. Be very strategic about it. And also be very polite. Deliver your jobs on time. Just treat it like a business. Jazz up. Okay? Step-by-step makeup tutorial. I'm so gassed that you asked me that. And yes, I will give it to you. But yeah, right now I'm not wearing makeup. I'm wearing makeup, but I'm not wearing makeup. I'm literally just wearing the Denesamarix Blurring Balm, which I love. If you followed me in the past 1 month, you know that I have been talking about it non-stop. Because look at my face. That's the only thing I'm wearing. No setting powder, no setting spray, nothing. I'm just wearing that and the Mismetic highlighting balm. Also, my brows are laminated and microbladed, so they look like that. And lip gloss, like a lip combo. Love it. But yes, I'm definitely going to film a step-by-step makeup tutorial. I want to film that with my favorite products, Nigerian makeup brands. The next question is something that I got, but in different fonts. So I'm just going to paraphrase. Basically, how am I able to do multiple things without the fear of what others think about me? And somebody literally said that her parents call her jack of all trades, and that she's always basically saying she's always doing multiple things. And a couple people have asked me how I'm able to do multiple things. Really happy that my online presence shows that I try my hand at multiple things. One of the things that I usually say is I want to die empty. I want to exert myself completely. I am a person of multi-talent. Like, and why would I not use that? Like, why would I not use that? Even the Bible has a parable talking about people using their talent. So God has given me this gift. Why would I not do that? I am not scared to try my hands at multiple things. But also an underlying thing here is I do not have a fear of failure. I'm not scared to fail. I'm not scared to fail in public. I'm not scared to start again. And I also don't care what people think. And I know a lot of people say, and it's very easy to say, oh, don't care what people think. But I genuinely when I'm thinking about my life and the things that I want to do, it is not top 10, top 30 things. Oh, what does somebody think that I'm doing X, Y, Z? It really doesn't cross my mind. I just do what I want to do. If I want to do something, I'll do it. If I try my hands at it and it's not working, I will leave it. I'm also very reasonable to know when to stop something, like when something is not working anymore. But if I want to do something, I will try it. If I wake up tomorrow and I feel like doing something else, and I know that I have put enough structure in place for what I'm doing now to do it, I'll do it. If what I'm doing now is not serving and it's not working for me anymore, I'll also do it. There's also a thin line with this thing, because genuinely some people actually just, not like I care, but people just sometimes just jump from one thing to another without giving it enough time. Sometimes people forget that time is also a formula. Time is also an ingredient to success at anything. Put my hand on something today and leave it tomorrow. Put my hand on something. I actually try things. Like, I give it my all. If I pack up something, know that, one, I realize that that's not what I want to do anymore, or two, I have tried everything and it's just not working. And as much as people say, oh, I do multiple things, how am I able to do multiple things? I need you to realize that I do things for long enough. I was a makeup artist for 10 years. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did not quit makeup artistry until I realized that I was drained. Like, I did not enjoy servicing people anymore. I would go to a job and I would come and I would grumble. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I dragged out that period for 2 years, almost 2 years. In that time, I felt, okay, maybe if I upgraded my craft, upgraded my makeup kit, it would be better. And I paid for a class upgrade. I took a class upgrade with Laifa. So like, I poured everything into that skill and into that business before I packed it up. There's one thing about me, anything I'm doing, I will do it to my best ability. The moment I realized that I could not give my best to this thing, and I have tried, I've invested money, I've invested my time, I've taken an upgrade class, I've spoken to people, I've taken a break. I also took a break and I came back because I felt maybe I was tired. I tried, what I'm trying to say here is that I tried everything before saying, you know what, I had a good 10-year run, it's time to pack it up. All I'm saying is, one, try things for long enough. Two, do not care what other people are saying about you, because it's your life. You are the only person that has that life to live. 3, invest your time and your effort and your energy into things you really want to do, and just do it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The next question here is, am I single? From the way I am blushing and I'm smiling, I think you should know the answer to that question. But yes, the answer is no, I'm not single. However, I don't talk relationship, I don't talk dating. I actually don't say anything about my personal life, in like my dating life, let me not say personal life, because my dating life, my relationship would never be up for public consumption. My go-to skincare routine that actually gave me results and can be in the Q&A video, can be in the Q&A or another video. Shout out to Lisa, by the way. Lisa dropped a lot of questions and I'm going to answer them. But yes, I've already started this video. I'm going to do a skincare updates video and a skincare empties video for the things that I used last year in another video, not this one. This one, I just wanted to chit chat and talk to you guys. Next one is navigating friendships, relationships, and setting boundaries while giving grace. Can I first of all say, I love all of these questions. This is up my alley and I'm a real yappa. If you know, you know. Setting boundaries while giving grace. First of all, I used to be team give grace, give grace, give grace, give grace. And I still believe in giving grace, but I now believe in giving grace very clearly, like open your eye. So setting boundaries. For me, I currently do not exert myself for people that would not exert themselves for me. And there's a caveat to that. I know that, you know, we're living a day and age where everybody wants to do me, I do you, blah, 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 blah. I don't believe in that. However, I do believe that, especially with like long-term friendships or people that you've known for a while, this is where grace applies, right? For example, if I have someone that I've been friends with for a long time and the person suddenly stops showing up for me, I would understand more because I want to look at the conditions around their life. Are they going through something? Is something hard for them? Are they having a hard time? Are they emotionally not present? Are they depressed? Like, what's going on with that person? And I will understand from that perspective. But if I just met you and we're trying to be friends, and all you do is take, or you don't reach out, I always have to extend myself every time for you, out. So when it comes to boundaries, I am very happy to say no. No, sorry, I can't help you right now. Sorry, I don't have the capacity for that. But in saying no and having these firm boundaries, there are people that I will go over and beyond for because they will do the same for me. I love my friends dearly. Like, I love my friends dearly. I'll do anything for them, they know. But because I also know I'm a person that tends to overextend myself, I'm very careful as to who I allow in that circle of people that I can overextend myself for. Grief, relationship, and dating in Lagos. Like I said, my dating life, my relationship life is not up for public consumption. But dating in Lagos while I was in the pool was fun. That's all I'm going to say. Grief, 2 people. 3 people. Somebody else asked me, how have you coped with grief? Multiple times I'm struggling. And someone said, I feel like a weak beep bitch. Because I'm struggling with grief and it's been a couple years and I'm still not over it. I don't know why you think you should be over it. I don't know why you think that that's something that should happen. Quick backstory for anybody who doesn't know. I lost my parents. I've lost my brother. I've lost a cousin. And I've lost 2 close friends. So I have known grief in ways that are very, very intimate. And how do I cope with it? I don't. I literally don't. That's what I'm going to say. In 2022, I had one of the hardest years I've ever had in my life. I was clinically depressed. Like, I was diagnosed with depression and like severe depression and anxiety. And I was losing my mind. I was suicidal. I lost my will to live. I mean, I did not show up like that online, but that was literally what I was dealing with. And I'm very, very grateful to have friends and family that stood up for me and that supported me. But what I mean by I don't cope is that I let myself literally collapse. I don't do hard guy with anybody. Like, I was not having a good time. Like, 22, hardest year of my life. My parents died in 2021, but I had to mentally brave myself through 2021 because I was in my I was doing my master's. I was also writing my MBA exam, so I needed to be strong. And I also had like a very serious job that did not care. Like, I had a big girl job and I was leading a team of about 40 people. So that did not even give me the time. But because I was trying to cope in that sense, in 2022, when I left my job, I ended a relationship at the time, I literally crashed. Like, I crashed and it was very, very bad. But I allowed myself stay there for a while. I actually stayed there for a while. I was grieving. I experienced the worst pain. Like, literally, my friend has a video of me from 2020 where she asked me what my biggest fear in life was, and it was losing my parents. So I was literally experiencing the worst pain of my life. All of this to say that I never performed being okay. I never performed strength. Like, I crashed when I needed to crash. I lost my will to live. I allowed myself lose my mind completely. And however, I picked myself back up. I realized that that was not how I wanted to live my life. I didn't want to stay in that state, but that needed to happen. Like, I feel like if I didn't have that, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't be here. Like, it would just be hanging like a lump behind my throat. The best analogy my therapist gave me at the time was, grief is like this hole. I don't like that I keep doing this, but like, grief is like this hole in your heart, and it doesn't get bigger, it doesn't get smaller, it stays the way it is. However, you can choose to either shrink the life around it or expand the life around it. If you shrink the life around it, it feels bigger. If you expand the life around it, it feels smaller. So shrinking the life around it just feels like stopping your life, like the actual crashing out of grieving. So that way the pain feels big. But expanding the life around it is like building friendships, living life, working, growing. They're just doing things like, and just letting it expand and letting it grow. It's still there, it still aches, but it's not like, it sort of has like cushions on top of it. You get? So from time to time, I still feel sad. This year, particularly coming into the year, I'm not very happy because this year makes it 5 years, and it's sort of ringing at the back of my head. Oh my God, my parents have been gone for 5 years. But like when those feelings come, I don't fight it. Secondly, I also journal a lot. I'm very honest with myself. I'm very honest with my thoughts. I write it down. I talk to myself. I hug myself when I need to. When I need help, I reach out to my friends. When I don't want to be by myself, I reach out to my friends. I also plan ahead. Something I started doing was towards the death anniversary of my parents, I didn't like to be in my house or be in my space or be by myself because I find that it was harder. So I either go to a friend's house, take a trip, just do something. This year, I've already blocked out time. I've blocked out that week. I don't want to be at work. I don't want to be in my house. I'm going to take a trip. I'm going to travel. That's how I take care of myself. I feel like I've been yapping on and on about this for too long. But yes, Yes, I feel like I went on and on about that. But that is a topic, as you can tell, I'm quite passionate about, and it's quite close to my heart. And it's also something that people in my community talk to me about. Like, I feel like within my community, when someone loses somebody or when something happens, they reach out to me and they say, oh, hi, Pasheda, how are you dealing? How did you cope? I love it. I'm not complaining. I do love it. I don't want my content to center around that, but I think that I will share more things that have helped. This year, I will talk more about my grief openly. And how I kind of dug myself out of that hole. And to you, there's somebody that says she's struggling. I want to tell you that it's normal. You're not weird. You're not weak. Particularly, you're not weak. Your heart is aching. You experienced something very, very hard, and your grief is a sign of how much love you had to give when that person was here. And unfortunately, I wish I could tell you that it gets better. It doesn't. But you learn how to cope with it better, and you will smile again. And it sucks to hear. Like, I hated hearing that, but it's the truth. You smile again. And I hope that you're surrounded with people that love you, people that care for you. You're gonna make me cry. Like, it's so hard. Like, sometimes it's so lonely as well if you don't have people that understand. Like, if your friends have never lost somebody, they might not know how to show up for you correctly and hold you the way you need to be held and the way your heart needs to be held. But I really do hope that you have people in your circle and around you that understand and that are able to be there for you. I think I've already answered this question. How are you so courageous to run multiple businesses even when they failed? I've answered that. What's on my reading list for 2026? Thank you so much for asking me that question. I have 2 books here. Books I'm reading in January. The first one is called Let Them, The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins. This book I love. I'm not done. I'm just like 3 chapters deep because I'm reading 2 of them simultaneously. This one I'm not reading like a novel. I'm taking my time. I'm absorbing the lessons, and I am just like really processing it. The first thing that I've taken from this book is the 5-4-3-2-1 theory. Releasing your control. Exactly. That's exactly what it's about so far. Releasing your control on things. You can't control life. You can't control situations. Focus on what you can control, which is yourself, which is the let me theory. This one, I'm not going to talk about it till I'm done. I just started it yesterday. So these are the 2 things on my reading list. I also have a couple more books. Let me bring them. Yeah, these are some other books. I actually really like when people ask me about things I care about. These are some other books that I'm reading this year. We're going to go through some of them, and I'm going to tell you some other things that are on my list that I've not bought, that I don't have yet. I'm also a book repeater, a serial one by that. I read My Sister the Serial Killer 6 times. So I have some books here that I've read before, but I will be reading again, and I'll tell you why. First one is Notes on Grief. Need I say more? I'm a grieving girl. This year, particularly a hard year for me, so I'm going to be reading things that feels like a woman embrace. One is You're a Badass and Making Money. Master the Mindset of Wealth. Jensen Zero. Whatever. I've not read this book yet. But the reason that I bought it and I'm reading a lot of money and finance related books is I'm actively working on my money mindset. It's Radical Arts of Love. I started this book. I started in December, and I don't know why I didn't finish it, but this book belongs to my friend Chami Amaka. She gave it to me. Good for like people that have experienced grief, and that's why she gave it to me, and that's so thoughtful. Love you. It was the first book I read last year. Do epic shit. I'm gonna read it again because there's some parts that I just ticked out, which is on money, time, and relationship with yourself and different things, habits. The next one is What It Takes to Heal. What did I say about reading books? By the way, books are so expensive now. Chai! This book is 24,000 naira. 5 a.m. club. I started this book and for some reason I didn't finish it, but I'm going back to it. I used to be a 5 a.m. girly and I've slacked, so I need help. So I'm going to find the help here. And the last one is The List, Yomi Adegoke. I bought this book 2 years ago and you can see it still has nylon on it. It's quite a heavy book. The review says it's very heavy. That's why I've not read it, but I'm going to be a big girl and read it this year because as you can see, most of the books, please, this book haul is not a proper representation of what I like to read. There's a lot of self-help, financial, business books here. I like fun books. I like books that just allow me to disappear, but these are the books I've just invested money in right now. I'm going to be buying the rest of them or reading them online. But yeah, I read fun books too. I think I'm at a transitioning phase in my life. I am leading a team, doing a business, I'm scaling a business. So I'm at a very crucial point in my life where I'm really, really pouring into myself so that I have something, I'm not pouring from an empty cup, and it's very, very important to me to do it right. Hence why I'm reading all of these things. I also want to share more of the things that I listen to and the things that I read this year. I'm a self-development girly. I love it. I love it down because it helps me stay productive, actively consume like podcasts, books to help me stay on track. When you are a founder and an entrepreneur, you're not reporting to anybody. If you slack, nothing for you. Nobody's going to beat you. It's just you and life. How to grow on TikTok and other platforms in 2026. I don't think I'm the right person to answer that. I've not necessarily grown the way I would like to, but I'm actively working on that this year. They assume that you're talking in terms of numbers. I've never been the creator to judge myself based on numbers. I'm going to try things differently this year, but I won't do this for a very long time, so I just focus on showing up and putting myself out there the way that I would like. I also realized that from the tips for content creation to get brand deals and build community, I didn't answer the community part. What I do and what I'm going to be doing to build community is to interact more with my community, to put out resources that can help my community, be somebody that helps my community. So that way I'm giving value and also interact. Like, it really goes a long way interacting with your community, gisting, sharing things that you like, things that people can relate to. And so you guys can build that bond on something. I think about it as building like distant friendships, and that's just my opinion. Last question is, how did I accumulate clients in Lagos when I started Ame Experience, and did I do it for free? Yes and no. Actually, my very first Ame Experience gig solo was free, but it was for a friend, and I had not started the business at the time. So yes and no, because how did I get into event planning? First, period, was from a previous job. I applied to be a business development manager because I used to do business strategy before, and somehow I found myself as the event manager of that company. So I started in-house. I started in the corporate setting, and I did that for a while there. That was, like I said, in 2021, where I said I had a big girl job. So I did that. I executed a couple events for the company and realized that I really, really liked it and I wanted to do it on my own. So I started. And again, I have a very solid network of people, and I have a very, very great community, which I do not take for granted. So a lot of the times when I say I want to do something or I'm doing something, I think that people do trust me and trust that anytime I do something, I do it well and I execute it. And I just started telling people that this is what I'm doing now, and I was putting it out there a lot. And here we are. I'm actually not joking. That's how my business started. But I'm very happy. The last question here is, I love you very much and I like following you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that this video has been sort of long because, again, if you put me in front of a camera and a mic, I'm just going to keep. But also, I don't want the video to be too long. I hope to see you next week. I'll be back here every Sunday this year, and I want you guys to hold me accountable. Like, literally come into my DM and ask me, Pasheda, why have you not posted if I don't post? But fingers crossed, I will actually show up. Anyways, I'm so excited. This was very nice. I've not chatted with you guys in a very long time. And yes, do not forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment. I want to know what your 2026 goals are. I want to know what you're doing differently this year, and basically just your intentions for 2026. I would like to see them in the comment section. I cannot wait to see you next week, and until I see you next time, have a very blessed week.